expect nothing, and I'm still let down.
What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another live reaction, this time for the Nintendo Partner Showcase for July 31st, 2025. As always, I am your host, your internet person, I want to say savant. I'm not a savant. I'm Viral Vinnie. I do reacts. I do other things sometimes when I have the energy, the passion to do so. But today, we're doing a Nintendo Direct. Which truthfully, again, I'm never the biggest rumor speculation guy. I'm not reading all these leaks, these other stuff. Like, I think a lot of the time, leak culture is just like people latch onto any tiny rumor or a whisper of gossip or anything like that. So me personally, I didn't think we were getting a direct today. Um, Typically Nintendo has their big September Direct, where and because of that, I'm like, oh, there's no way they're gonna do like a July Direct and then a September Direct later. That doesn't really make sense. It kind of takes away from the big Nintendo, just the September Direct. And I mean, this kind of is how you do that. Where yeah, this is a partner showcase. Um, it's only 25 minutes compared to the bigger ones, which could be 40. Um, so I'm Mr. Temper your expectations, Mr. Like let's bring it down a notch. Uh, my expectations for this are like the ground floor, like just flat. Um, because you have the September Direct, and because you have all that, like I with the and because it's a partner showcase, I'm really only expecting like ports and things of that sort, like um, stuff like Borderlands 4 or Metaphor ReFantazio. Like obviously, Elden Ring for Switch 2. This would be the best place to talk about that. But like, we're not getting Dust Bloods. We're not getting any of these big other things. Like I'm really just expect like something I kind of hate is people who use the mindset of just like, oh, these directs or these showcases are just they're just extended commercials. It's just a series of ads and whatnot. And like, I normally I kind of disagree because I think the package and the presentation and the context of when it happens as a whole it's a presentation. It's a showcase within itself. Because this is a partner direct, because it's like so close to the alleged September one, I'm just expecting this to be commercials. I think this is just gonna be, hey, even though this is not a good example, but stuff like, hey, Tekken 8 is coming to Switch, like stuff like that, where like it's just gonna be a lot of, hey, this game that was already on another platform is coming to Switch. Um, Now there are some, excuse me, more interesting ways they could go about this. You have stuff like Call of Duty, which is supposed to be on parity with Switch going forward, and so maybe we will get like. I'm not expecting Black Ops 7 on Switch, but I could see them do stuff like, hey, the back catalog, or like we're giving you Black Ops 3, 4, and 5, like stuff of that sort. But in terms of like big, massive, like holy cow, like like I can't even muster an energy to care or whatnot because I'm not expecting this huge blowout where it's gonna stuff like obviously the biggest rumor going into this and whatnot is like Silk Song is we're finally getting Silk Song, and like jokes aside about like Silk Song's development and whatnot, like I think that's the caliber of stuff we're getting. We're like Hades 2, Silk Song, like these middle tier like games where like stuff like my roommate has been really big into Yakuza 0 as I adjust my camera because it keeps whacking out. My roommate's been really big into Yakuza 0 lately, and he's been enjoying that. But like, I can see them doing something like that. We're like, hey, all the Yakuza games are coming to Switch now. You can play the entire collection, or yada yada, or stuff like Final Fantasy, 15 or whatever. Like, I'm not expecting. I already don't expect the world from these presentations, but even with this one, I'm like trying to temper it a little bit because, again, just context, where it is, whatnot. The fact that they said it was gonna be 25 minutes, so hey, we're getting 2 extra minutes. But again, like I'm just expecting ports. Like, if we get one or two new games, like I don't even think it's gonna be Switch to exclusive. It's just gonna be like uh I can't even think, but like like the new Call of Duty or whatever. Like, hey, first gameplay shown as at the partner direct, but like it's so multi-platform, it's going everywhere. Um, I guess then that's the last one too. Is not only Xbox but recently PlayStation. PlayStation has Patapon. Um, they have Lego Horizons, and in the fall they're gonna have Everybody's Golf. Now, obviously, though it's done through Namco Bandai, slightly different situation, but it is interesting to see if like maybe Microsoft or PlayStation might have a few games here. But again, I am not expecting crazy things from this. Um, but again, I always love to be surprised. So without that ramble, let's just go. Like the last partner direct that I distinctly remember, um, had like Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory and WWE Battlegrounds. Like I'm expecting games of that caliber. And as always, there's the ceremonial coffee. Monster Hunter. Yeah. I was gonna say, wasn't this a kid in the last game? I know this was on Switch 1, the first one.
This divide has brought our two kingdoms to the brink of war.
And you are the sole Rathalos rider in Azuria.
My people have been driven into a corner, and the point of no return is looming before us.
Can't afford not to go. But it won't be for long.
Stories, okay. I did not know there was a 2.
I can hear them. Two sounds. Overlapping each other.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on games from our publishing and development partners. What you just saw was Monster Hunter Stories 3.
That's always my favorite part. They're like,
Launching on Nintendo
clearly your mouth is agape because you have no idea what the fuck you just saw.
Forward to another grand adventure in the Monster
Words
Hunter
alone cannot describe what the experience we just
We'll
had.
present games coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems. Before a game is shown, you'll see the logo of the system the game will launch on here. If both logos are shown, the game will launch on both platforms.
It's weird Nintendo has to explain multi-platform, but hey, this is the world we live in.
Nintendo Switch game.
It's also good to show that they're not fully abandoning Switch 1.
Let the good times roll. By royal decree, a brand new game in the Katamari Damacy series is rolling onto Nintendo Switch. your Katamari through historic eras like Edo Japan and more.
Oh, that's neat.
Hopping trip through the ages to restore the universe for the king of all cosmos. Use helpful items to roll your Katamari like royalty and customize the prince and cousins looks to your liking. In addition, roll out with friends in online multiplayer. Make a big Katamari and earn the most points to be crowned the winner. Plus, the iconic music is back with an all-new soundtrack.
Genuinely, look, it's cool that that stuff is there, but like, does anyone use the actual music player in these games? Like, who's just sitting there in front of their TV just playing music? Maybe it's a me thing, but
October 24th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. The dance floor is calling.
Been a minute since I took it to another ether. Got you winning, now you burn up like you got a fever. Never slow, spit it up, cause I still got all the smoke coming in so hot, I'm on fire. Hey, they can't steal my shine, no lie, I'm on fire. Look how I turn up, no doubt, I'm on fire. They can't put me out, that's right, I'm on fire. They love how I place all day, I'm on balance. Got grip, my team ain't taking no hits. My status, too rich. I'm flying up, so don't trip. Hey, man, I'm scorching, don't get too close. I tear it up, that's from coast to coast. Love my skills, but they love my style. I execute and they all go wow. About to win it like there ain't no way to ever fail. Do my thing and I do that thing very well. Never slow, speed it up, cause I still got all the smoke coming in so hot. Hey, they can't steal my shine, no lie. I'm on fire. Look how I turn up, no doubt, I'm on fire. They can't put me out, that's right, I'm on fire.
Next up, are games heading to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch.
okay, we get it, guys. You're cross-platform. I literally thought about this on the car ride over. I was like, I'm trying to think of third-party games.
Charge up and unleash your fighting spirit.
But this is what I mean. Like, it's games of this caliber where, hey, remember this game from like a year and a half ago? It's also on Switch.
Enter the fray with over 180 fighters. In episode Battle Mode, relive iconic Dragon Ball stories from the perspectives of 8 characters, including Goku.
Goku, a Dragon Ball game where you play as Goku?
Your own path.
Scandalous.
Redefine history with alternate versions of those encounters. In custom battle mode, you choose the fighters, stages, and dialogue to create your own scenarios. Then share them online with players around the world. Plus, now you can duke it out with motion controls using the Joy-Con 2 or Joy-Con controllers. Immerse yourself in the characters and unleash powerful...
Also, I believe this is on Switch 1.
Get ready to shift
I forgot to mention it off the bat.
when
I think the big one people keep saying is Claire Obscure. I think it's too early for that. Like, maybe for next year, but it's not coming out.
orders begin today
Um,
on Nintendo.
It's not coming out this year.
Time to get back to your roots.
It's funny because I actually recently played the cell phone game like maybe 2-3 months ago out of the blue. These games are still an absolute blast. Like, they're a fun time waster. Neat.
The club is yours.
It's still wild to me that both EA like EAFC is like still thriving so well, and B, that FIFA never really did like a follow-up or a competing game. I assume they would have gone to a new studio or a new company, but it really seems like they just let them lose the license, which is so wild to me.
Reacquainted with these games.
Welcome to the party, Pac-Man.
You smug son of a bitch.
Pac-Man World 2 is
It's funny because
remade from scratch.
my brother had this game, and I remember just watching him play it for hours.
Fantastic moves to clear stages in style.
So the first one did nothing for me. I'm very nostalgic for this game, even though it's just alright. It's fine.
Plus, now you can adventure with a pal in local co-op. Pac-Man World 2 Repack launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 26th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Lead your party of black mages, dragoons, and other allies to victory in the beloved strategy RPG Final Fantasy Tactics, reborn with newly added elements. The game is now fully voiced and adds brand new dialogue between characters.
But still, I know that
Made from the ground up because we lost the fucking code.
A feature to review story events and more. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch September 30th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
I assume they're just covering their bases, but it's weird that it's saying physical and digital for both platforms.
Hour begins.
Like, is it gonna be that there's...
Step into the shoes of a high school student
There-
who, together with his
Oh, so
friends,
Persona Reload.
awakens
Neat.
the supernatural power of Persona.
I remember
Attend class and explore the city during
when
the day.
5 Royal was like, people kept bugging, oh, put it on Switch, put it on Switch, put it on Switch.
Battle through the
I'm pretty sure 4 and now 3 are here, and it's just like kind of... It's just like, yeah, cool, neat.
At night. Enter the dark hour and seal your fate when Persona 3 Reload launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Ah,
October
it's Switch 2
23rd.
exclusive.
Pre-orders begin
What the
later
heck?
today on Nintendo eShop.
It's not that beefy.
Next, please take a look at this.
Oh, okay, Age of... or Warriors of whatever. Again, still weirds me out that Zelda is technically a yearly franchise now, but I think doing the Musos and then the remakes and then a bunch of other stuff, they kind of space it out a bit so it doesn't feel like these all necessarily overlap on top of each other.
Be that as it may, we face it together.
But you sought it from Hyrule of all places? This is madness.
There is danger here. Enormously so.
That sure was a robot being built.
For Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. We hope you're looking forward to experiencing the canonical events that led to The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom game when it launches this winter. We'll share more information on this title in the future.
September.
Let's continue with some more games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. The realest Madden ever, built from Sundays. It's game time.
Sundays are a terrible building structure.
Legend
They're so soft and squishy. Apparently, my computer doesn't like Madden.
And realistic play styles. Immerse yourself in authentic team traditions.
Obviously, different world, different company and whatnot. I'm genuinely curious how long they actually support this, because I remember FIFA was at the Switch's launch, and then they just started doing those Legacy Edition bullshit where it's the same base game and they just updated the roster.
Each with their own strategies. Customize your game plan by selecting new abilities each week that offer different tactical advantages. Then level them up to fine-tune your plays. Plus, compete on the gridiron in local or online multiplayer. EA Sports, Madden, NFL.
That's how you know it's a banger of a showcase, when I'm adjusting my seat and stuff.
14. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. A cozy campfire is calling. Calling all camping enthusiasts. Build campfires in this cozy fire building sim. Chop wood. Arrange the pieces. Then light them up. But if you don't fuel the flames properly, they'll fizzle out. To stoke your campfire, place logs based on the fire's strength. Let enough oxygen flow through and maintain the right amount of heat. Don't let wet logs dampen your fire. Dry them before tossing them in the flames. And when you want to create an even bigger fire, just blow on it. Sometimes, though, a little patience
When you want to make it really big, just whip out the gasoline.
or set off fireworks to light up the sky. You can also get the flames going in rainy or snowy conditions. But try mastering your campfire making skills first. With a compatible USB.
Why does this need a camera?
Each other's company around the campfire. You might even strike up some interesting conversations.
You might find the love of your life over Switch camera, who knows?
Stay a while. When chillin' by the fire sparks to life on Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm not gonna lie, like, depending on the price, if that's like $3, I would absolutely buy that as a joke.
Big and small in these games. Apex Legends is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Squad up and
I do believe Fortnite is there already.
Battle Royale.
Oh, they are, because they have a skin.
Show off your skills in Mixtape, where you'll take on 3 rotating games.
But again, it's gonna be stuff like that, like, oh, Fall Guys, Rocket League, yada yada.
Smoother performance.
Maybe Warzone? I guess that'd be neat.
Aim for victory when Apex Legends launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system August 5th, along with the new season, Showdown. To cure a witch's illness, her tiny familiar embarks on a grand adventure. With your magical froggy backpack in tow, you can climb, pull, and even swing to greater heights. Explore this vast world.
I'm not gonna lie, this actually might be my favorite right now.
Cure for your enchanted
I don't know how I feel about that mouse.
Plus, the
Fuck.
4 players can journey together in online co-op.
Local.
Little Mouse's magnificent adventure begins when Hella launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year.
Ah, it's next year anyway.
Explore a
See-
galaxy full of opportunity. Embark on a journey across the iconic galaxy far, far away in this open world.
It's
action
interesting
adventure
because
taking place between the events of the Empire Strikes Back.
I think Switch 1 has kind of broken me a little bit, where
Who, along with
I just assume Switch 2 can't run anything, but it's more or less on par with modern consoles. Like, I don't think there's necessarily, it's going to be the best looking version or like all that other stuff, but I do think I own, me personally, I kind of downplay what the Switch 2 is actually capable of, where even something like Cleric's Cure, it probably could run it, it just won't be the best version of it.
engage in dogfights as you travel
Or
across
stuff like Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, it could be on Switch 2. It's not going to be the most glowing version, but if you want it for portability, sure.
orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. Survive the future. Salvage the past.
Oh fuck, is this actually Duskblood?
As an agent of a secret collective, you'll travel between a future plagued by anomalies and a past on the verge of collapse to uncover the mysteries of this world. In the future, dangerous creatures born from the remnants of humanity prowl the wasteland. You'll need to craft ammo and supplies with limited resources to fend off brutal enemies. But don't let your guard down after defeating them. If a monster absorbs a fallen enemy, it'll evolve into an even more nightmarish form. So act quickly to dispose of enemies. You'll also come across rifts that allow you to travel back in time by extracting the essences of people you meet in the past.
Jeez.
You can
That did not
strike
be
your own
that violent. Could have just asked the guy.
price to pay. You'll be haunted by visual and auditory illusions and lose your grip on reality.
They're not real. You're fine.
What caused the world to collapse? And what is the true mission you've been tasked with? Chronos, The New Dawn, launches on Nintendo Switch 2, September 5th. The dragons of the East and West.
Fucking called it. It's gonna be at least like a dragon and
Yakuza Kiwami 2 is brawling its way onto Nintendo Switch 2. Kamurocho, Tokyo, Sotenbori, Osaka, two prolific entertainment districts in Japan, where the former dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu, faces down the dragon of Kansai, Ryuji Goda. Use free-flowing combat moves to take on foes in action-packed brawls. Duke it out using your fists, weapons, and everything else at your disposal. Plus, there's still plenty else to do around the cities. Enjoy darts, karaoke, and even golf. There's no shortage of things to do.
sunk it. No shortage of things to do, like blowing up a fucking building, committing a little national terrorism.
Dragons begins when Yakuza Kiwami 2 launches on Nintendo Switch 2, November 13th. And Yakuza Kiwami, the story that launched the epic series, is also launching on Switch 2 the same day, featuring enhanced graphics, improved frame rates, and additional language support.
I don't know why they announced it like that.
There are plenty more games heading to Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Let's take a quick look.
Looking by the timer, I'm gonna say no, there's not. Again, Borderlands. Art of Vengeance.
Before we go, we've got 2 more games to show you. Please take a look.
To pass through that door is to pass through time. To travel a road spanning centuries. From here, heroes set out on a journey of hope.
Square Enix presents a brand new action RPG.
Oh my god.
This is Philadelphia, a continent overrun by
They're making this words up now.
A spell of safekeeping is all that protects humanity's sole bastion, the Kingdom of Huther. One fateful day, a set of ruins is discovered in the wilds.
I thought Square said they were gonna be stopped making so many fucking side spin-off bullshit.
Facing danger is what adventurers do.
At his side is a fairy named Faye.
You can call me Faye. I'm a fairy.
Together, the duo venture.
That's like
beyond
naming your
the
dog
kingdom's
Doggo.
protection into the great wide world. During your journey, you'll come face to face with all sorts of foes.
I'm not gonna lie, for a split second I thought it was Chrono Trigger, those crazy fuckers.
Carefully and find opportunities.
Ah, there's a parry.
Fight with swords for quick and well-balanced strikes. Bows and arrows to target enemies from afar. Chains and sickles to swing and pull enemies closer, and more. There are 7 weapon types in total, but that's not all. You can also strengthen your weapons by equipping different combinations of magicite. Try out all sorts of variations to find the playstyle that works for you. Your fairy companion, Faye, can also attack and pick up items. You can control both Elliot and Faye separately, or 2 players can control them at the same time.
That actually is cute. I don't particularly think this is something my partner would be into, but it is a co-op game.
Join Elliot and Faye on a grand journey that, unknown to them, will span 1,000 years. The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year. After today's presentation, a debut demo will be available, and there will be an upcoming survey to gather player feedback.
In the beginning,
Kingdom Hearts, do it.
everything began with the birth of Orsa, mother of all. She created our world, the land of Orstera.
Oh man. It's funny because as I said, my roommate has gotten into Yakuza 0, and trying to explain that whole naming convention to him has been really fun. So, I'm sending this just to him so he can see the name.
I wish I could see everyone here laughing and smiling just one more time. Are you going to rebuild Wishvale? Or are you going to find people who took our home from us?
Witness a tale of beginnings that unfolds across Orstera.
Damn, that's a lot of heroes.
Octopath Traveler 0 is available on December 4th, 2025.
Oh, Switch 1. Nice.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
It's a sad state of affairs when the fucking mouse game is probably my game of the showcase. Doing professional things. But yeah, so that was the partner. I'm just gonna turn it off. It's gonna distract me as I keep talking. Yeah, that was the partner showcase. I don't even know what to fully say because um, I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure Square was at launch. I know Capcom was because they had Street Fighter. So it's just like, hey, Capcom and Square are still making games, and a few other indies and all this other. It's like, cool. Switch has, you will have stuff to play in the fall. Nothing of note or hype or I think Cyberpunk is such a specific example because of the game's lineage and the fact it was all on a cartridge and whatnot. But just anything like as entitled as it sounds, if it's stuff like, hey, James or 007 First Light, that's coming to Switch too. It's like, all right, cool. Keeper is coming to Switch too. I don't really know, because the Switch 2 is so powerful and it is like a good baseline and all this other stuff. You don't really have those special wonder ports like The Witcher or The Outer Wild or Outer Worlds or whatever, things of that, where it's like, oh my god, this game is like on Switch and like it's just like, cool, yeah, that's neat. No Silk Song, obviously, but like, I don't know. I'm trying not to be harsh, but like, I went in going like, hey, this is not gonna be amazing. This is not gonna. It's just gonna be a bunch of commercials. Yeah, like, for me, I think it really just comes down to like tone and message and whatnot, and like, this just, all this really says is, hey, there are games coming to both Switch 1 and Switch 2. Some of them will be crossplay, some of them will be, you're just gonna have to do the digital version and whatnot, but like, cool. Like, I'm just trying to even think stuff, but it's just like, again, like I said off the top, I don't like when people say these presentations are just trailers or just commercials like wrapped up in a neat package. This is one of those ones, much like the Kingdom Hearts partner direct, where it was just like, all right, well, we're contractually obligated to promote these games. Like, Square gave us money to promote this, so here we go. This counts as marketing. Like, you really could release all of these on Twitter or YouTube or whatever, and it'd get the same pop. It's like, oh, neat, like, Pac-Man was cool, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't even, like, I want to say I'm disappointed, but like, I didn't really expect much going into this, so it's just like, yeah, that's about what I expected. Switch 2 has games, neat. This doesn't really do much for me in terms of the September one. I'm still very much excited for that. There's still many things we don't know in terms of Metroid Prime's release date and Kirby Air Riders and lots of other things. Like, I do still anticipate we are getting a big, the big typical one. That's also, the September one's also usually where they do NSO updates or like additions or stuff like that. So like, maybe we will they'll finally add more than 2 games than to N64 Online. But for what this was, a late July partner direct, this is about what I expected, I guess. But yeah, if you want to follow me and hear my thoughts when I'm not just very underwhelmed and meh, you could follow me at Vinnie. on Blue Sky, Viral Video Show on Facebook, Instagram. I just changed my hair. Let's look at pictures of that. But I've been Viral Vinnie. This was the Partner Direct for July 31st, 2025, and I will see you guys hopefully in a better mood next time.